Brexit has been an unmitigated disaster. Now, for me, living here in France, my dear wife and my 3 dogs, and my son who lives here as well, in France it is, not literally here, no. It's been, well, it's been a learning curve just to deal with the Brexit. The consequences of Brexit, what it means for those of us English immigrants living here in France and Spain, what have you, and how we had to jump through hoops. And it was all at the last minute. We didn't really know what was going to happen to us. We didn't really know whether or not we were going to be allowed to stay here in France. It was a worry, it was a stress, it was, it was constantly weighing heavy on your mind, and didn't really give you an opportunity to break free from that mindset. So when people told me that you live in France, why do you care about what goes on in the United Kingdom? I say to them, well, quite frankly, you ain't got a blooming clue. Because I still have ties with the United Kingdom. After all, I'm still a British citizen. I'm a loyal subject, apparently. Well, yeah, not quite a serf, no, because I kind of escaped that by moving here to France. Yes, as far as I'm concerned, he's not my king. But you see, it's that discomfort, that not knowing, that stress that was placed upon myself and many other people who, are living abroad and what have you, because we had freedom of movement and we did what many British people did. We became English immigrants living abroad. And for me, I started a business here and did what I needed to do to keep a head above water and pay our bills, pay our taxes, etc. As you're supposed to do. And then our numpties put that cross in the wrong box that they did back in 2016. Pulling the United Kingdom out of the European Union, and as such, well, it made life a little bit more precarious. And it's still precarious to some degree, because we don't have the rights that we once had before when we were in the EU. The same rights that every British citizen of the whole United Kingdom had prior to the Brexit vote. Now, the vote, the very small majority, pretty much voting against their own best interests and their own rights to actually, live abroad. Didn't matter whether or not, you had your golden visa. You didn't need anything like a golden visa. No. Everyone who had to be a British citizen had that right to live, love and work abroad, within the European Union as a member. But that's been taken away. Although me and my dear wife, we live here, utilising our cartage ashore, which was negotiated as part of the Trade Corporation Agreement. We can't up sticks and say, okay, I'll go and live in Spain, for instance. Now, we have enough of France, we're going to move to Spain. Ain't going to happen, but, if we wanted to, we couldn't. And they're saying, for you guys and gals, it's not that easy anymore. You could think to yourself, okay, then I can then get in my car. I could drive over to France, Spain, or wherever I wanted to go within the European Union and say, I'm going to just use a bit of money that I've got, maybe, kick the tent, and just see how I go. Might see if I can get a job over there. Play it by ear, you can wing it, basically. You could be a nomad. And just see how the land lies and see whether or not you like it. You could have gone to France, spend a little bit of time in France. Well, don't like that so much. In fact, go to Spain, I was too blooming hot. I'll go to Germany, I quite like the nightlife and that here. I think I'll live in Germany, and then what you do is you maybe find yourself a job or start with business, whatever you, find somewhere to live, or maybe buy a renovation project like we did, and make a life for yourself abroad. And it's just how it goes, you see. People in the comments, what have you, and in a couple of previous videos, I've actually been going for some time actually, said, why do you care because you live abroad, it's none of your business kind of thing. Well, it is our business because we are still British citizens and we have family in the UK. We've got 6 kids, 11 grandchildren, And needless to say, we do worry about what their futures, what lies ahead for their future. And since Brexit, it all seems to be going to pot. Rise of the right as well. Here in the EU as well, in Europe, we're happy. Well, across around the world, but you look what's going on in the United States as well. Donald Trump, my giddy aunt. And Elon Musk. These people got too much power. Way too much power can influence the vote. Elon Musk currently running a £1 million sweepstake every single day for those who are registering their vote for the Republicans, for Donald Trump. Sounds like he's buying the vote, if you ask me. The world has gone crackers. But now it's gone crackers with, quite frankly, the country, the United Kingdom, being Billy No-Mates, stuck out there on the fringes. Whereas before, it was a part of, of a club, a team. Where we kind of got on, there was disagreements, it wasn't perfect, of course it wasn't, But that's where we could, while we're in the European Union, it was a case of jar, 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 not war, 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 in the day, we kind of got on. There were, like I say, there was disagreements. There was grumbles. At least we could actually, sit at a table with each other and actually just have a chat, have a negotiation and see where we can go. It'll be like Margaret Thatcher, a free handbag on the table. We're British! But not now. Not now. What have we got to offer now? Don't get me wrong, the United Kingdom is still a relatively powerful country in many ways. It has amazing technology, what have you, technology, munitions, arms, what have you. They're pretty advanced. But so are the ones in Germany, so are the ones in France. France, my God, talk about the military output, it's massive compared to the UK. We're kind of ostracised ourselves. So you want to tell me that, why do you care? It feels a little bit like, what the hell are you on about? What's this stupid flipping question? Of course I don't care. Of course I'm going to put them and try and tell people what's going on, the best way I know how, regarding, my videos and stuff like that. Of course I am. That's what I'm going to do. I'm not going to sit back and just keep stum and just take it. Why should I just take it? A whole load of numpties made my life, my wife's life, my family's lives and friends' lives and your lives a darn sight tougher than what they needed to be. Lost opportunities because of the whims of I suppose at the time it was the majority, but the persuaded majority through, Cambridge Analytica, etc. and other propaganda. It's very easy to sell a dream, isn't it, Sovereignty. Not logic, no. Not common sense, no. Not, maybe do a bit of research and see how your business actually, the logistics of it is all set up, such as the farmers. No. Sovereignty. Be in control of our own destination, our own dreams. As though the European Union was hampering us from doing that anyway. No, it wasn't. In fact, it opened us up to all these other countries. The ability to dream about maybe, working abroad, and now it's a darn sight harder. It's all visas now. Visas which have timescales. How can you actually think to yourself, well, how can anyone think that, okay, under the visa scheme, we're going to set up, okay, we're going to, do some work in France or Germany, whoever, okay? And then it's got this fixed term. Let's say it's a 2-year, 3-year, let's say it's a 5-year visa you got, all right? You don't know after that 5 years whether or not you're going to be able to renew it or to extend it, do you? What be it? It's the idea of, meeting some German lass, and getting married and all that, and you think, not such a great idea. No. Not because it's German lads, but because obviously, your status is a little bit vulnerable. Yeah. Winging the prayer and all that. So, anyway, let's bring up the chat. Who we got here at the moment? But first of all, I need to. Oh, that'd be a good idea. I'll do that first. Yes, I've got to press a few buttons, and that way I have. Yeah, but that does frustrate me a little bit. Someone said I was a bit thin-skinned when I commented. Oh, you're a bit thin-skinned. Maybe you shouldn't read the comments or turn off the comment section. I thought to myself, oh, God's sake. Why do you honestly think that, or believe that I wouldn't be concerned with what's going on in my, place of birth? Where I've lived most of my life. My children live. It's just absolute cobswallop. It really is. And sometimes I think it's just, they're just trying to get me back up. They're just trying to get me to react. And maybe there's something in that. But, it's a sign of madness, really, and also weakness on their part that they feel that's going to stop. Yeah, they're going to be able to stop me as though I'm some sort of like flipping coward, just he said nasty things about me. I've been doing this long enough now. I'm long enough in the tooth not to get wound up by other people. Although I will make a video about it, as I did earlier. But it's just form of idiocy, really. But they would expect these people Brexiters, and they decided to damage their country. So for them to say I'm a traitor. Just one person said in the comments, just admit it. Deep down, you're a traitor. No, they didn't say traitor. They said, you deserted your country. Did I? Oh, I'll tell you what, the country deserted me. Deserted me and my family. That's what happened. We were set adrift by Brexit to find our own way, work out what the hell we're going to do next. And there were so many problems, from driving licences and that. They stopped actually doing exchanges. We sent all our stuff off doing driving licence exchange. They sent it all back again. So we don't know what's happening. That was very frustrating because a lot of paper and photocopies and things signed and translated and stuff like that had to be done. But now the system's all in place. We've made our application and stuff, so it's done now. But it's it's just jumping through hoops. And the problem is, when you don't know. And the French government couldn't do anything until they knew what the exchange was going to be. What was the future of their citizens living in the United Kingdom? How are they supposed to finalise any negotiation? And Alexander Boris de Pfeffel Johnson, that blonde Boris mutant variant, left it till the last minute, didn't he? As the curtains were closing, the deal was being signed. And as Michel Barnier would say, that clock is ticking. It's extremely frustrating. It's an idiocy. And it's just, Dunning-Kruger effect. There's so much tribalism going on with the Brexit. It made no sense. There's no logic there. It was based on nothing, just empty promises. Empty promises by people who didn't have the power to make the promises in the first place. Such as Boris Johnson, such as 350 million quid on the side of a bus. Okay, became the Prime Minister, but still didn't get our 350 million a week on, to the NHS, because it was just all lies. Just a bunch of, how to put it, bollocks. Sorry, but there is. So anyway, put it into live chat. Oh, going into live chat, there we are. Oh, who we got? Oh, Mad Monk, hello fella, hope you're well. All right. Hello, whatever. I hope you're well. What's up? Hi, peeps. Hello, Big Kershaw. I hope you're well. How's it going, folks? It's a big thorn in the backside. It is. If anyone living abroad, it's still a thorn in the backside. Now, we got a 10-year currency short, so we're going to have to make a new application. Not that far away now, is it? because we were living here over 5 years, we could apply for a 10-year. At the time, I mean, we could apply for a 10-year carte séjour. So we'll apply for another 10-year carte séjour. And yeah, we haven't been arrested or anything stupid like that. So I dare say we'll get that again. I hope it'd be a bit easier this time, because last time I did all the biometrics and, you know, there it goes. Oh. Just what the country needs. Another public school boy running the country. Whatever took... whatever. Oh, monk man. Politics is all corrupt. Yes. Yeah. I am a bit disappointed with what's going on at the moment regarding the Labour Party. They haven't been in long, let's be fair. And they got one almighty task. But a lot of the stuff they've been doing doesn't make any sense to me. You know, it did tickle me. I actually made a video about it earlier. And when I see that Rachel Reeves, oh crikey, in the next 5 years, we've got, 4 or 5 years, we've got a black hole of £100 billion. 100 billion, they say. Well, this year's about 25 billion. I thought, okay, then, if that's the case, then what about the Brexit divorce bill that we've been paying? Well, we paid over 25 billion so far, so that's that covered straight away. And we've still got to pay another I think it's about 31 billion in total, the Brexit divorce bill. So that would have plugged that hole, wouldn't it? Plus the fact we'd better trade as we did before, that would have made life a darn sight easier. We'd have been able to do everything a darn sight cheaper regarding COVID, the pandemic. We wouldn't have had this 400 billion odd flipping pandemic bill. That, good some of that went to friends of the Tories. And who were the boobs? What's her name again? Oh, great, Michelle Mona. Yeah. Oh, I'm innocent, she says. I'm innocent. Not fair. Ooh. She goes and starts whimpering while she's been interviewed. Oh, okay, we have to stop the interview now. Yeah, so we can feel sorry for you. Crikey, stupid woman. Defrauding the taxpayer all that flipping money. For PPE, that was good for absolute nothing. And it goes on, doesn't it? Died hard on like 36, whether it was about 36 billion for track and trace. It seemed to have disappeared. Some of that money might have been spent legitimately, but not all of it. There's no logic in it all. No logic. So much money was wasted. We had systems that were, like track and trace. They'd done the database system based on an old version of Excel, which only went like 40 or 50,000 entries. How is that ever going to work? You only need to do the up-to-date version, and it might have done the trick. But really, she'd been using databases, and so that digital system, that app fell over. It was no good. Cost an absolute fortune. I can't remember the exact number. I think there's something like £1 billion euros was spent on the EU version for the whole of the European Union. And it worked. That was the difference. It actually worked. Caroline used to use it regularly. Whatever, used to get the occasional, okay, you've been near somebody, that kind of thing, who might have had COVID or something, But on the whole, it was good. And all our vaccinations, all the proof was all on the app. You could put the VR, the codes straight into your phone. It was all done. It was simple. Really, really simple. So whenever you want to go anywhere, just flash your phone and, oh, that's good. In you come. You're clean. No viruses, no parasitic organisms, anything like that. No. It was simple. And it worked. I have to admit, though, the French system here regarding, crikey, being able to go anywhere. We had to do fill these forms in, a bit like animal movement papers. Every time we walk the dogs. If we went up there and walked the dogs in the fields, all we could see was cows. We had to fill a bit of paper in, sign it, and say, done. So what we did, we started doing it in pencil, so we had to keep printing from the paper. But downside, less money you'll spend. And also, the fact that we had that buying power, we was working together, it made the downside more sense. There were some countries that were being a little bit, it's mine. Yeah, my masks. A bit like that. Again, it can't be any worse than Boris Johnson considering sending over the SAS to retrieve the COVID jabs or tests or whatever they might have been in the Netherlands. Going to invade the Netherlands, they were. Oh, sake. Some people think it's a good idea having him back as a flipping Prime Minister. God, give me strength. Afterglow. Hey, Afterglow 1010 or 1010. Live. I'm alive. Yes, let me just pinch myself. Yes, I am. Well. Oh, cheers, Mad Monk, for doing that. How's Wally? Wally, he's on the mend, and he's literally in this little basket down there at the moment. Now, his fits were getting worse, so we went to the vet, and we had to give him. They give him some more medications, phenoxyl. Anyway, some sort of epileptic drug he has to take. And we think that the dosage was a bit high for his weight, because they based it on his, because he's a little bit overweight at the moment, not by a lot, but kilos or so. But they based it on that, and they went to the next one up. So with half the dose now, and he's doing a lot better. But anyway, even with the right dose for this particular drug, that can knock them for six. They have to get accustomed to the drug. And the same with people as well, if they are prescribed this particular drug. It's the same sort of drug, and it's but he can walk. His legs went like jelly. He just couldn't coordinate himself. He was all over the place. I mean, it's like he was on drugs, but he was. But anyway, you know what I mean. So couldn't take him for a walk. Take him to the toilet. Had to like hold his belly. That's so he could, go and have a wee and stuff. Just to keep off the ground. And he had a couple of accidents and stuff. He was in a pretty poor way, really. We were really worried. But last couple of walks we took him, and he's doing much better. He was very stumbly yesterday, but today it's like he's getting catching up with it now instead of it catching up with him. So but we hadn't any more fits, which is quite good. So hopefully the medication does the job. But it's quite common that there's a period of around 1 maybe 2 weeks where he won't be quiet himself. He should be not quiet, mind. Hello, Steve McGowan. Musk is under investigation. Yes, the Federal Election Committee, because of these flipping bungs. And also, what about all this shit that he's putting all over the Twitter? X. There's Elon Musk. I've gone off now. I've gone off it now. I've just had enough of it. And I might have a little flash glance on there because some people there I follow, but that's it. Right, now go on to Blue Sky. It's a much nicer place. There's pictures of pussycats and stuff like that. It's much fluffier. It's just a different atmosphere altogether, and there you can block people as well, which is good. You can't do that on X anymore. You can't block them. He's removed that feature. He's talking about removing it in its entirety. So at the moment you can't block people, so they can see your posts, and you have to see theirs or whatever. But you can't. They can't communicate with you, so they can't send you messages and stuff or comment on your posts. That's like I said, it's creepy. It's really creepy. But again, so is Elon Musk. He's a creepy old bugger, he is. And anyway, what he's doing is he's pushing a lot of pro-Trump and anti-Kamala Harris posts on there. And it's push. And also, it seems to be like an ongoing advertisement for all Elon Musk's companies. So if no one else is going to advertise on there, I suppose he's going to advertise himself, I suppose. But it's shit. He's absolutely destroyed it. And people are leaving. Like crazy now. In one day, they had 200,000 new... within one day, it's 1 million. So with that evening, they had another 200,000 people subscribed to Blue Sky, which is was set up by the same guys who set up Twitter. And it's just a nicer place to be. And it's useful, it's useful. Not quite as useful as Twitter used to be, because it's only a small platform at the moment. They've got a long way to go. But more people leave X and go over to there, I reckon. I can't imagine not for like schools and industry and what have you will stay on X. I can't imagine it. It's turned into a cesspool, absolute cesspool. Bert H says the patient has a cancer. Maybe it survives or not. What? The patient UK has cancer. What? What are they all about? I don't know what that means. Yo, mad. Hello, Johnny. Hope you're well. Ben Shaw. Hey up. Hope you're well too. It's gone down. Steve McGowan. Good evening. Good evening to you. Agus mad. Hello, my friend. Hope you're well. Do. Free Scotland. Freedom. Bit of Braveheart for you. We have amazing arms factories in the UK. Brilliant. Yeah. Still industry, I suppose. But now we've got Amazon has said they're going to invest in the United Kingdom £1 billion pounds of money for a new data centre. I don't know what we need data centres in the UK and what have you, but basically I wonder why or why they're putting it where they're putting it when they're going to need access to water for cooling. Data centres need constant cooling. They need access to extreme amounts of power. I mean, they're real energy gobblers. They have talked about. They did a different one. They're going to build a nuclear power station to run it. And then how are we going to shift all this data? You can't have a data center without any connections, can you? What are they going to use? Starlink? Make you wonder. Or OneWeb, if you remember OneWeb. It's still about, I believe. Which is the UK. 500 million was spent buying up a portion of OneWeb post Brexit because it got pushed out the satellite system in the EU. Totally different system. One's a web system, internet system, which is the OneWeb, like Starlink, and the system that we got pushed out of because we said we don't want nothing to do it because the ECH. It's not CSR, it's ECHR. So I'm talking about the European Court of Justice because you don't want any governance. No. So we had to let go of that as well after spending $9 billion on it. Money lost. Madness. Just madness. Is that a Leeds accent? No, it's Norfolk. Norfolk, a bit of a strained Norfolk accent. I've got a problem with vocal cords as well. I've got a thyroid problem, and also I've got fibromyalgia, so kind of all together, and my vocal cords are shot. I blame the channel as well. Constantly talking. I lose my voice, you see, after a while. Hello, David Dorlago. Hola. Michael, should you see Trump making a campaign at McDonald's? I wish someone threw a milkshake. Well, the girl who threw the milkshake at Nigel Farage, she's actually in front of the courts. She's pleaded guilty, but then she's got to be sentenced. I bet she'll get time for that. I bet she does. I wouldn't be a bit surprised. So, Flipper, we didn't actually do anything though. Just stood in the window handing out how long was he there for? 30 minutes? What? God, Trump. God, he's an idiot, that man is. I don't know what he's thinking he's going to gain by that. What's he trying to do? What's he trying to do? I've forgot a name now. A bad knock? Was he trying to do a bad knock? did it make him working class all of a sudden? Do you reckon? Yeah, I did see that, David. That McDonald's thing was staged. Yeah, that was all staged. You got the press all around him. It's like he's handing out flipping fries to the cameraman. And they got a couple of little cars come past, as drive-throughs. That was it. It was pathetic. People buy it though, because they're crazy over there. Ginger's here. Did she buy it? 0% of the GDP was Germany is number 12 ahead of Spain, Italy, France, UK, and the USA. USA is number 24. Finland is number 5, and Denmark and Estonia shares number 1 spot with a 1.9% of the GDP. Percentage of GDP. Percentage of GDP what though? Oh, is that the military spending? Every political thing is, yep. Every political thing is staged, and that's how it works. It shouldn't be though, should it? I understand if sort of the Prime Minister and what have you needs protection, I get that, but crikey. It's like when little old Richie Sunak, he was out there when he handed stuff out, said, to the homeless people, are you in business? What the hell is these people thinking? They're totally disconnected from reality and how ordinary folk live, including Keir Starmer. They had it too easy for too long. Too much money. They don't understand it, or they don't know how other people struggle. Now he's on when he was doing his work, what have you. He was on a fair old whack. His wife's on a reasonable old whack. They don't know what struggle is. They don't know what it's like to not know what's around the corner for you because some idiots voted for Brexit. I've got a clue. His pocket pal Vance couldn't even figure out how to order donuts at the campaign stop. He was disgusted having to speak with working people. How dare they speak to me? I'm so special. Joel says he's Portuguese. I know. And I still care about my vaderland. Yes, I need a steady supply of beer and breakfast. Of course you can care about it. It's a part of you. It's a stupid statement, isn't it? It really is a stupid statement. Oh, yeah, you live in France. Why do you care what goes on in the UK? It's daft. Absolutely daft. I can't believe I have to actually try and, I don't know. I suppose I don't have to, but boy, I feel the need to actually say something. It's just stupid. It's just absolutely stupid. It makes no sense. It doesn't make any sense at all. Got any recommendations for a Dutch clogger dancing rave tunes? Is it like Morris dancing or something, I don't know. Dutch clog dancing rave tunes. Oh, well, if it wasn't that, maybe okay, what about in Germany? Get you some Lederhosens. Yeah. So what is the Lederhosen dancing rave tunes? Joel. We've got spanners in the works. We've got Joel, Marios, Ches for coming in and helping us out, my friend. Thank you very much. And also Mad Monk 33, my friend. I hope you're well. So you've got the Portuguese and the Scots on side. Oh, they float here though. What they do? Oh, one and all, says George Barrington. Hello, George. Oh, God. Divvy said, I don't like visas. No, I prefer MasterCard. Oh, not that kind of visa. Golden visa, a bit like the golden showers. You have to ask Donald Trump about that one. That you will. Howdy doody, folks. Coffee. Oh, I'd love a coffee, my darling.
The naughty cat bit me.
Oh, dear. Oh, dear. Look. The cat got her. Blood.
Yes, and says you have to be careful with cat bites.
You've got to be careful with cat bites. What are you going to do? Chop your hand off? Is that parasitic? Is it going to be like that program watching The Strain? And everyone turn into vampires?
No. Oh.
All right. Coffee! Oh, dear. It's a very aggressive cat. No, it's usually it's fine. If you start touching its head, though, sort of straight down its back, it doesn't like it. It'll nip you. But if it looks top head scratch. Riley, his name is. He says he was feral. He's sort of like a house cat now, but he can be a little bit snappy. Mouse on the stairs, just as happened before. He does like to bring in the odd mouse and rip it to shreds. Yeah, it's lovely. It is. They crunch when they eat. Yeah, it's horrible. Cats don't floss. Oh, Christ, all that bacteria. Oh, blimey. Milk and one sugar, Mrs. AllShorts. Yeah, everyone's got to be nice here. And he is. I can't say much more than that, but I'm sure that he is. But yeah, it's very, very frustrating. Anyway, there's a lot been going on recently, hasn't there? You got Nigel Farage complaining about the Labour Party activists. Oh, they're going over to the United States. They are, and they're campaigning for Kamala Harris. They're activists. They do what they've been well like. It isn't the Labour Party. It's just activists. And what a hypocrite! What's he doing? He was going over there to the United States, wasn't he? Doing what he wanted to do with old Trump boy. Diaper Don was Nigel Farage. It's such hypocrisy. No, not about my computer. No. I'm not a Capricorn.
You're the one who reached for it.
Oh, domestic. I'm not a Capricorn. Oh, dear. So Nigel Farage, like all of them, they're all flipping hypocrites. Right-wing nutters all depend. Hypocrites with very short memories. They really are. It's very frustrating. Very annoying as well, at the same time. What can we do about it? I don't really know, to be honest. But, oh, dear me. And then we've got, no one will actually say that they're sorry. They won't say that they're sorry for slavery, our involvement in slavery. They acknowledge it's happened. We can't really not acknowledge it, can you? But, the king wouldn't say sorry. No. Government won't say sorry. No one will say sorry. Why is that? Well, it's because you're admitting guilt. When you're admitting guilt, there's an argument for the 200 billion reparations payment. They don't want to pay it. They ain't got the money. No. To the Caribbeans. That ain't going to happen, is it? Anyway. Of course it's not going to happen. It's a long shot. Maybe it should happen. Well, what is it when you're paying reparations for the flipping slavers and not for those who were enslaved and whose families were murdered? How does that work? It's not even in their. They're having their Commonwealth summit very soon, and it's not even in the agenda for the summit. So they're not going to bring the issue of reparations, etc., or historical transatlantic slavery to the table. So no one's going to negotiate. No one's going to talk about it at the Commonwealth summit. It's just nuts. It really is nuts. I mean, we just gave away a bit of our Commonwealth anyway, the Shanghai Islands and that, Oh dear. What can you say? And I'll be making sort of a variety of different videos today. I've just been doing something walking up and down the old street, and with the camera, because it's a lovely day it was, so I just made some videos on various topics. Some about Elon Musk and some about Nigel Farage and various other things, as you do. But it kind of brings to the forefront how stupid everything seems at the moment. Everything I seem to be talking about just doesn't make any sense. It's totally illogical. Look at the bright side. Moldova. Oh, there's 9 in the bed. Anyway, Moldova might be joining the European Union and go through the ascension period. There's quite a distinct possibility there, but you've got Putin's buying votes as well. He's doing an Elon Musk, or Elon Musk is doing a Putin, trying to sway the vote. So Moldova doesn't go for the the Article 49 to join the European Union. There's us leaving, and everyone else is joining. There's two others that are in ascension at the moment, isn't there? Northeastern Europe, because they're concerned what's going on regarding Russia and that. So they want more allegiance with the West. So the European Union is expanding, but not because they're trying to gobble people up. It's because, or gobble countries up. They want to, those countries want to join. It's just that, here we are, come and join us. That's not assimilation, is it? It's just, sticking yourself to them. And then we have so much stuff going on at the moment. Stuff that I found a bit tickled me a bit, and I suppose some people could argue, well, it's a good idea. Is Wes Streeton's weight loss program for the fat unemployed? I thought it was quite funny when Donald Trump was there. He was standing at his pedestal, his thing, and telling the wives, wives, tell your husbands to get their fat asses off the sofa and go to vote. Yes, get those fat pigs to go and vote. He went. I thought, what the hell? That's one way to make enemies, isn't it? Call them all fat pigs. What the hell is he thinking? But they don't say nothing. These people, they just go along with it. Oh, it's this Donald. He's just insulted you. Oh, yeah, but we love the Donald. Flipping Donald Duck, like crikey. Anyway, Wes Streeton wants to offer weight loss drugs to the unemployed, or anyone basically who's struggling with weight and find it hard to get back into work. Maybe it's a good idea. It might take some of the weight off the NHS if people lose some weight. But and also, to be fair, I suppose if it works, it's a better idea than actually doing weight loss surgery and then removing half your flipping stomach. That just seems like, why would you do that? And a friend of ours actually, Ginny, who she was she's short. She still is very short and stumpy. Yes, she was like the square frame. She was. Anyway, she paid £7,000 to go private because they wouldn't do it for her because she was too big. She couldn't get it on the NHS. Anyway, she paid that done private. It cost her £7,000 to have this done. She lost so much weight, but she looked like crikey, if you've seen Austin Powers, and Fat Bastard lost all that weight. She was like all floppy and that, yeah, it wasn't pretty, but she lost the weight and still done slightly heavier. So she didn't even look at the next stage. But within a few years, she started putting the weight back on again, and she's just as big as she was back then, but with a tinier stomach. It's obviously stretched, and it must be a lot thinner now. It's madness. It's madness. It really is madness. I don't think it's life-saving at all. It changes your life, but for the worst. It doesn't make any sense to me. It doesn't make any sense at all. What do I do with... Oh, here it's in front of me. Oh, below me. Let's get back in the old chat. I've got a very rocky table. My guinea pigs are awesome. I'm sure they are. There we come. Oh, I missed. Someone up. Alright, there we come. What have I missed? Hello, Vendetta, I hope you're well. I hope Moldova prosecute those traitors working for Putin, paid or not. Didn't they capture some? And send them to Russia where they belong, yes. I think they caught some, didn't they? Some Russian actors in Moldova. It's election interference again, isn't it? It just is. The ringleader oligarch in the election fraud is in Moscow already. Well, when you see what they managed to do with Cambridge Analytica and Brexit and what have you, and foreign money there, Aaron Banks, Carol Cole Walder, she tried to tag him hold him to account, and end up having to pay the damages and stuff, or court costs, sorry. She kind of got away with it, but she didn't. But he had a shitload of money. It went into a company where no one even knows where the money came from, and then that went to the Leave campaign, which was obviously Nigel Farage. So there has to be accountability, and the money needs to be money used in elections should be able to be traced. You should know where that money comes from. There's so many things wrong in elections, in election campaigning, that needs to be addressed, especially in this day and age with everything that's going on at the moment. It's just madness to allow it to carry on, isn't it? It just is. So anyway, where was I? There we go. Down we come. Onto there. All right. Oh, where are we? This is one of the things I want to talk about. Now, remember the Horizon Europe? So it's like the research and development funding provided by all the member states, a big share of a big pot of money, 91 billion, I think it was, which the UK had to contribute to. And one of the reasons why the UK was dragging its heels, plus, again, it's to do with the European Court of Justice. But anyway, year before, they said, okay, then we want to be members. We want to, take part in the Horizon project. Remembering that the project already started. Well, they were trying to get like a staged payment for it because obviously they didn't have the full benefit of the scheme for a long period of time, the full period of time, because obviously, they were kicking the can down the road. And anyway, we basically say, okay, then we're going to take part in the Horizon project. At the time, we thought it was going to be funded by the government was going to fund it, the taxpayer. Well, now it looks like the actual technology and research. Technology and research, I've got it written down here somewhere. Let me just have a look. It's going to be paying the bill. I'll tell you what, I'll read this. I've got an archive here from Politico. Let me read this to you. It might be the easiest way of doing it, actually. might be more clear cut. Anyway, so the UK fudge on Horizon Brexit deal, and it risks killing new research and development. Now, the researchers celebrated a big post-Brexit deal to rejoin Horizon, which happened, I think it was last year. And they now fear that they're going to be the ones footing the bill. They weren't told that, were they? No. So Rejoin the Horizon Europe programme was meant to pump billions of pounds into British research post-Brexit, and it hasn't quite turned out that way. As Britain prepares for a painful autumn budget, the finance ministers are looking to pass on a sizable chunk of the costs for membership of the EU research programme to the Science and Tech Department. So other stuff won't get done. The Treasury agreed to cover the fees when the UK rejoined Horizon last year under the Conservative government, but the latest move could see an effective cut to the country's domestic research spending of up to £1 billion as the squeeze department instead foots the bill. It's not very helpful, is it? No. Did you scroll down? David was hoping that Stam was going to rejoin the European Union. Unfortunately, it's not that simple, is it? I know I'm very negative about it, but it's ain't going to happen anytime soon. We're so far away from possibly joining the European Union. It's unreal. I can't see it happening, unfortunately. I think we can get some closer alignment and maybe give us some wiggle room, make things a little bit less bad than what they are. But the idea that we can actually rejoin, I think it's for the birds at the moment. Really things for the birds. But you've got to have direction. If you don't have direction, don't have hope, you're never going to go anywhere, are you? You're never going to start moving anywhere. You're not going to actually improve your current lot, in life. And so you've got to move. You've got to have direction. You've got to have a goal. Even though the goal might not be reached, You might find something on the way that is equal or even better, or maybe not quite so good, but better than what we had. If you don't move, you don't get. You just don't. Ham and pineapple. Oh, ham and pineapple sandwiches. Or was it pizza? Marcus Horizon is what the British cannot see, thanks to Brexit. That's actually that's a really good analogy, actually. It is very much like that. Isn't everybody? Loads of people, want more than what, not everyone voted for this mess. And so many who did vote for this mess, and they're saying the wood from the trees and realising that they've been conned. I just wish they did some proper research themselves, had a clear understanding what it actually meant, but they didn't. They just went with the flow, unfortunately. It seemed like a good, good game at the time. Yeah, let's throw some kippers back into the Thames or something. I don't know, some herons or whatever. Oh, have your anchovies. Oh yeah, please boot the old like button. Helps helps the channel. I like a penguin on pizza. I like penguin on pizza. Oh, but I like pingu. Like pingus on pizza. Don't tell my granddaughter, she won't like you very much. She loves her penguins. Yeah, and everyone likes frogs. Anyway, my God, it's like Back to the Future and the pine trees. I never eat in McDonald's. I prefer Burger King. I used to prefer Burger King, but I don't eat in either of them anyway anymore. New, not now. I understand what they put in the bill and stuff. Ugh. Yeah, no personal attack, please. There's no point because all that does is just rile people up. You just end up with like a load of non-useful comments in the chat or chats in the chat. Everyone's allowed to have a point of view and an opinion, aren't they? As long as it's not vicious, it's fine. Mango McDonald's, a Big Mag. Oh dear me! Oh my God, that man. Okay, what's happening now? Hey, so there the cat. Come on, don't have to be all nasty about it. Vertigo, no, he's not. I know Vertigo definitely is not glueless, I'll tell you. So best not to ask anything as you only get information. He's still shouting at the clouds like, oh dear me. Come on, let's not do that in the chat, please. I'll just sign off. I'm not doing that today, thank you. Oh. I always suggest to not interact with people you don't agree with to avoid conflict. I actually not necessarily agree with that. I think sometimes you've got to chew on things that you disagree with, so you can, you got. They might be wrong, but it's a good way to find out whether or not you're wrong or whether or not what other people's feelings are. Some people they're not justified. There's no justification for it. And sometimes they can surprise you. And you think, oh, I didn't think of that. So I think it's quite good to chew on stuff that you don't agree with or or stuff you disagree with. Sometimes, I have constantly reading stuff I disagree with. It's painful sometimes, I'll tell you. Because I do this channel, you need to, you're looking for material as well, aren't you? So you kind of have to have an understanding of what's both sides of the coin, I suppose. And it's it's a bit painful sometimes, but you've got to do it. Sometimes it's hilarious. You go, what the hell? Especially when you get into these rants with flat earthers. Oh my God, Bennett. They're just unreal. They are literally out of this world. I was having a bit of a rant with somebody regarding flat earthers, and they're going on about, I can't even remember half of it, how the earth is flat, then there's all this cushioning around it and stuff, and within this other big thing. Oh, God's sake. What the hell's going on with these people? And crazies. Yeah. There we come. There we come. Hello, Nick. The UK will inevitably apply to rejoin the EU one day. I'm not saying it's not going to happen, but it's not going to happen. I don't think it's going to happen in my lifetime. And I'm only 54. You know, I can't say it. I really can't say it. I just every day passes, the further we get away from it. And the Labour Party don't seem to be that interested in any kind of closer alignment. They're just doing exactly the same as what the Tories do, pushing back all the while. It's like, there's these hard red lines, like, how dare you cross them? And you've got to show willing. If you want a better, arrangement with the European Union, you've got to show willingness. And unfortunately, Labour, like the Tories, are not showing any willing. I wish I was wrong. I don't think I am. You're talking about people arguing. Okay. There's no point. Just arguing over stuff. You don't actually get to any consensus. It's just the same old, isn't it? It's just and it can get aggressive as well. You don't really want that. What was the song argument? I missed that one. What song? I think I missed that one as well. Anyone watch Trump folks say Biden is controlling the weather? Yes. That's Marjorie Taylor Greene. She done a tweet and accused the federal government of controlling the storms and making them stronger. Oh, dear me. And Biden felt he had to make a statement about it and tell, just stop. He goes, just stop. It's foolish. It's dangerous. Oh, dear. He didn't look very happy about it. Hello, Badberg. Hope you well. Are you doing any 360 pictures or video? Afterglow 1010 says, was it God Save the King? No, thank you. Not my king. Oh my God, I can't do that at the moment. I'm just literally on the phone at the minute. These are random streams, they're not really scheduled streams. It's just me winging it, really. But it's I was doing my Sunday streams, as you know, but so much work I had to go into them. I was just getting absolutely knackered, and I'm struggling with my fibre. So basically, I'm going live when I can manage it. And like today, I was on the roof today doing the little barn roof again, and So tomorrow I expect I'll be in pain tomorrow. We'll see. Loads of drugs. I know how Joe Biden is going to get even with Kamala Harris and Nancy Pelosi. He's going to vote for Donald Trump on election day. Well, he was wearing Donald Trump's hat, MAGA hat the other day, wasn't he? Oh, dear me. At Project 2025, I've started reading it through. Oh my God. They want to abolish, make it a federal law to abolish abortion. But as a federal law. I uploaded a video last night. It's only a clip video. I don't think it's that many views actually. It's about 50 odd views. Anyway, this it's just, the scene is set of the the doctor and two doctors might be working on this girl's hemorrhaging, and basically the baby needs to be aborted to save the woman. But they couldn't do it, so she died. The baby survived, but she died. What do you sacrifice? Sacrifice the mother or the baby? Now the baby's an orphan. So I don't know. Oh, no 360 content. Just all AI stuff. Oh, crikey, I think we need... AI is taking so many blooming jobs. Have you noticed how a lot of these tech firms, such as Meta, for instance, they just laid shitload of people off? We know why. It's flipping now. Half the flipping jobs are being done by AI now. It's like draftsman jobs, programmers jobs. A lot of the basic programming now, you can literally just get it, code, writing code. You can do in ChatGPT, and then just clean it up. You're taking huge swathes of workers out, completely out of the mix. Things that used to take ages and ages to do have been done in seconds. Well, it's only going to get better. It is a bit of an issue. I think we've got to be very, very careful. And the only sensible thing that Elon Musk has ever said was that we're going to have a situation where computers and robots are going to basically take the jobs and do them better, and we'll have to consider some kind of universal basic income. He said this a few years back, which, to be honest, is true. How else are people going to survive? You're going to have something there. If you're still producing stuff and the country's still making the money, but people aren't making any money, then no wages involved. UBI. White collar jobs are going away. They are. They're disappearing. One after the other, whether it be bankers, insurance, legislative staff, solicitors, the lawyers, it's just so many jobs. That I use ChatGPT sometimes, maybe do YouTube descriptions and stuff like that on some of the videos, because it's quick and it's easy. And when you upload so many videos on so many channels, you can't go into too much detail on every single one, can you? And then you get like 5 views anyway. So what's the point? So we use it for that purpose. I don't use it for anything else. I don't use it for script writing. A lot of stuff I'm winging these days, to be honest. You probably tell. But it's I think it's just dangerous. And all it's going to do is make a few people even richer than what they already are. Because the likes of you and I, we can't benefit from AI into that extent, can we? We haven't got massive servers and data farms and stuff. We ain't got any of this shit, have we? We haven't even got the water to be able to keep them cool. No. It's nuts. Oh, the Pink Floyd. Oh, yeah, there he is. There's one of the Pink Floyds. Yeah, that one there. What else have I got up there? Got a few on that wall. Pogues, got Alabama. Right, it's a bit of a mix there. It's a bit of an eclectic mix there. There we go. Oh. There you go. I told you so. Yeah, I made that, by the way. Yeah, I had one obsessive moment say, I told you so. So I don't think you've seen it. It's 3D. I cut all the little stars out and all those letters I cut out on L fretstool. Oh dear. Oh, there's no bands anymore. Well, the bands can't tour, can they? They can't tour. They find it very hard to promote themselves now because it's a swamp. It's turned into a right old swamp. The venues now, if they want a gig, half the venues have been shut down because the people, it's too noisy, causes too much trouble in the area and stuff like that. Now, we used to put gigs on a place called the Ferry Boat Inn in Norwich. It was over next to the Wensum River in Norwich. And we were going to take over, at one point, we were going to take over the tenancy of the pub. Because, put these gigs on. But anyway, they built all these apartments on the river from these industrial buildings and converted them all into these apartments. And all of a sudden, the license was revoked. Music license. And it was a very well-known, gigging place to gigging, what have you. And it was such an eclectic mix. So we put several bands on there when we had the radio station, and it was like it was brilliant. Brilliant venue. The acoustics were actually quite reasonable in there. Not as good as the Arts Centre, mind, but it was just good. It was just good, and it was fun, and everyone had a good time. But now it's gone. It's not there anymore. Shut down. Oh, Hendrix, yes, lots of Hendrix. Got plenty of Hendrix. Hendrix got James Brown. Oh, got a bit of James Brown, didn't you? When he died a few years ago, didn't he? There wasn't much of a hoo-ha about it, but not much was said about it. Ben Shaw, most of the best bands are from Scotland. That's from Norwich. Oh, crikey. This. Oh, when we used to do the old gig and what have you, they put people on the radio and what have you. I've mentioned this before, actually. We had Shouting for Girls. They were on our station before they were famous. Leona Lewis, she was on our station before she was famous. There's a few of them, And we had some bands that were that got out of their contracts. One was with the Island Records. They were with Island Records. That's it. Anyway, they were dumped by Island Records because they're quite fiery, and that was the Love Gods, and they were brilliant. And she was she looked like the Viking, she did, and such a brilliant performance, really good. Another a couple of great bands. The Deltaville was another good one. That was Norwich band. Another Norwich band was the Pistolas. They ended up touring Japan in the end. I don't know if they're still going. Really good. They're a bit of a modern take of the Rolling Stones, But yeah, really cool. Madrid or Barcelona? Oh, well. That depends if you've got independence or not. I think I would say about Barcelona, it's quite easy to get mugged in Barcelona, so it's not the best place to be. No. There's a lot of muggins in Barcelona. Now, our young intern that I had in my woodworking channel, Leo, and he's coming back again soon. Anyway, he's got a little place in Barcelona, flat in Barcelona, because that's where he was going to be moving to, but ended up meeting his girlfriend, who's not singing. He's they live in Paris now. So he's got an empty house in Barcelona. Yeah, I like Barcelona. It is a very interesting place. It's too busy, too touristy. But muggings, too many muggings. Friendly and not so friendly. Either way, you end up with a lighter pocket. Listening to stuff. We are rejoining the EU, but by stealth. I hope so. Labour are going to rejoin a bit at a time, and Brexiters will blow our foos if we try and rejoin in one move. The problem is, what has he done to make you think that's going to happen? No, he's done nothing, has he? Where's the stealth? It's very stealth, isn't it? That'd be very. Don't get me wrong. I'd love to. I'm very pessimistic about it, but I would very much love to rejoin or join the European Union, because it's not really rejoining, because it won't be under the same terms. So it's going to be join. So but for them to take us seriously, how are you going to do it by stealth? Oh, we're going to join through the back door. We are, yeah. They won't know what hit them. No. They're going to want the country to accept that, that, or to be sure that's exactly what they want. The whole country. I don't think there's any problem there. Actually, I think we'd be all right on that front. What's going to happen with all the people? There's a bit of Lennon going on there. Yawn, yawn, yawn. Old man shouting at the clouds again. What clouds? Oh, dear me. Where are we? Where can... Oh, there we go. Up we go. Down we go. Is it me or Sir Larry the Cat? Are you trying to ostracise yourself on all the channels now? Not saying any names, but you know, if you're not going to be friendly, we don't want you here. Simple as that. Sorry, just how it is. It's easy to hire an American band here than a British one. Oh my God, that's so bad, isn't it? So it's easier to hire an American band than a British one. That's nuts, isn't it? It's nuts. Young Father's best band I've ever seen live, and I've been going to gigs for over 30 years and seen loads. Sounds like fun, Ben. That sounds like great fun, in fact. I have to admit, though, I'm not keen on digitised music. Now, I've got thousands of CDs that I've collected and my kids are collecting, and they'll give them to me, basically. But they're just sitting upstairs in boxes now. And I did have them in here at one point, and I never played them. I don't like digitised sound. You see, you record sound in analog, and that is how it should be played in analog. It's probably why I like, vinyl. It seems purer to me. AI is an excellent research tool. That is, I'm not arguing there, for finding things quickly, and it's it's simple it's simple and too useful to ignore. No, I'm not arguing with that at all. The problem is you always get rogue actors and you get overuse. I'd like people to start simplifying their lives a little bit. That's what I would like. Go out there, go for a walk, for instance, instead of sticking your head in your PC or your tablets and stuff. Actually venture out a bit, Maybe go for a bike ride or do a bit of mountain biking, do a bit of climbing or something, I don't know. Hang gliding. Experience real stuff and not just in Sims. And artificial intelligence and that. It's happening it's happening so fast that we're not going to have regulations in place to control it. And we're going to have a Terminator situation. Oh dear, that is brilliant. I love AI. I use it all the time, not all the time, but I use it quite a bit. For various things. And Caroline quite use it for just doing searches about stuff. Like for instance, we wanted to research about his medication, and it come up with everything pretty much in a quite structured fashion as well, bullet points and stuff, quite easy to formulate. And when we went a bit deeper, that was all correct. That's not always though. That's the thing with the AI. You've got to be really careful with it. It's like anything in it though. You've got to sort of take some of it with a pinch of salt. What is the time? Okay, I think Regan Lita's live today as well, I believe. So I don't want to step on his toes. There we go, down we come. Oh, crikey, I'm missing loads. Come on, you're live in someone else's house. This is my house, this is my office. It's my orifice, it is. Yes, sometimes I'm live in my workshop. Sometimes I'm going to be live in my my laboratory. Right, yeah, my laser room, where I'm doing all the signs for a rewelding project and stuff. So yeah, that's we'll be doing much more, a lot more videos there. Mad Monk, if you feel you need to, just put one time out, mate, if you want. If it's not fair. You were warned. A. Thompson's famous tune is AI. Is it? Didn't know that. AI will more likely be like the robot head from Legs. A bit like Max Headroom. But it's advancing so fast. It's scary how fast and how good it's getting. If you look at some of the AI video clips, they're still a little bit, a bit clearly artificial. But they're getting better and better and better. It is frightening. It's creating a false reality. It's getting good enough to deceive and cheat people. You know, I now whenever I get calls, unless I know who it is, I never answer the phone anymore. I don't answer the phone. So if I get someone phone up for work and stuff, yeah, I got a job for you. I don't answer unless I know who they are. You know, because we do most of our business through emails and online communication. I just answer the phone because I don't know if these people are real half the time. And we get so many marketing calls, even though our number's registered and we shouldn't be getting them, but you still get them. You know, I suppose they could get fined, but half these calls are coming from abroad. It's just ridiculous. Somebody posted that to the UK to pay the deficit and the current economy, according to AI, will take a decade. I asked, did it take into consideration what happened on the 1st of 7th, 2025? What happened? Oh, yes, neighbour. Do you think that Labour is going to be able to? I hope they can. I do hope Labour can turn things around, and I hope my all my misgivings and that are wrong. You know, but at the moment, I'm not. I haven't got a lot of confidence in what's going on with this with the Labour Party. I've got more confidence than I did with the Tories because they made no blooming sense whatsoever. But with I was just hoping for a bit more. I was just desperate for what I was, and most people were. They're desperate for a change, and unfortunately, we got what's currently seems a bit more of the same. I just really hope, touch wood, that I'm wrong, because that is a big worry. Head from next. Oh, so that will be 9 o'clock my time then. Yeah. Okay. Thanks, Joel. Thank you. Yeah, I'll clock off in a moment. Anyone want a sport channel? You can do that on the super chat down below if you want. We've also got Patreon and parts of coffees. We're also doing a rewilding here. We're planting 1,000 trees on 2 hectares of land, and we're starting on that piece of land over there this autumn. And yeah, we've still got a little more we get on that one, but we want to make a move on there, so we can see what sort of structure we get going on. So anyway, making signs to go about trees and memory of loved ones, whatever you want, a cat, your dog, I don't know, whatever. Maybe Boris Johnson, in rest in peace. Oh, wishful thinking, but blimey, like Nigel Farage in his flipping milkshake. Pity it could have been a brick. I'm just saying what everyone else is thinking. Don't shoot me down. Elite people, yeah, and they're a massive problem. How the hell are we going to get, how the hell is a country's economy going to improve when you've got a few individuals sucking it dry and not putting that money back into the economy because it's going in their back pockets and, usually overseas somewhere. So I can buy another villa. But, that money is not being reinvested. You've got to keep a certain amount of the money. You've got to keep more than what goes out in your country for foreign investment, You need to control that. But they won't do it because the people who've got all the money, the ones who seem to have all the power and persuasion with the governments. It's funny, isn't it, that as soon as Labour gets in, all of a sudden a lot of the manifesto pledges are all kind of gone to the wall. What about flipping? I don't know. How many times have been told? They've said about proportional representation, for instance. Ain't gonna happen. Why would they do it? Not going to, are they? False promises, and it's quite easy to tell people what they want to hear, so they believe them, and then vote for them. Joel is taking over everything bit by bit. Oh. Oh no, he's not referring to you, Joel. Yes, they are. They're taking over everything. The elite, absolutely everything, and it's only a few individuals. Now, when I was making shutters at the time, and I heard on the radio that Jeff Bezos He just overnight earned himself, well, not earned, got another 11 billion overnight just because of something that happened. There's something seriously wrong, isn't there? When we have people going around having to just to make ends meet, doing free jobs, and then going to food banks. Nurses going to food banks. What the hell? Huh? That's just not right, is it? If it's got a spark plug, I'm clueless. If it does, I don't know. Well, I don't think that these robots have got spark plugs. But no, I'm alright with cars and stuff like that. I can strip down an engine head and grind the old valves and shit like that. And change all those shims or set the rockers or whatever. I'm alright with that. Been there, done that so many blooming times with engineering. We get the same shit and they don't answer yet. Always getting the same old shit. At the end of the day, it's who controls AI. Valid point. I was talking about in one of my videos actually about that. Isn't live yet. It's all very well. Oh, it's AI, move of the times. That who owns it? It's like everything. Who owns it? You got a mortgage. Who owns your mortgage? Who owns your house then? We own nothing. As individuals, everything's dead. And then who owns your debt? It's crazy, absolutely crazy. And half that money up from owning the debt and what have you, the profits are such as the interest you pay, it doesn't end up back into the economy. No, you've earned the money from the economy, it ends up abroad somewhere again. Half the flipping things going on in the UK is foreign owned, whether it be insurances and what have you, banking. It's nuts. It's nuts. It really is nuts. Everything we buy, it's all imported. Everything important, you're sending money abroad to buy, aren't you? Maybe not directly, but the components inside it, money's gone abroad to buy it. We're just literally expelling more and more money. No wonder people's got no money because there ain't any there in the country. It's all gone somewhere else. China, for instance. Bit by bit, we've crippled ourselves. And a lot of it's because we're in pursuit of, not necessarily of quality, we pursue cheapness. To buy stuff within a certain budget. And we've got so used to that now. It's like, it's just, we expect everything to be cheap. Look, Jeff Bezos with his AWS data centers. Where are all the NVIDIA chips made? Taiwan. Where are all the Intel chips made? Or AMD chips, depending on what servers they're going to be. They're not made in the UK. Where are all the server houses? Where are they all going to be? And the server racks? Well, they're made abroad. Everything is made abroad. So we're going to get 1 billion investment. It's not going to be spent in the UK. It's going to be spent abroad and shipped in. Get all excited because Amazon's investing all this money. It's going to have hardly any blooming staff. You can have a few staff there. They might have to plug in a few wires here and there, or put more servers online, or maybe building a few more servers. There'll be hardly any jobs. A few jobs to build it, clearly. But these things run themselves. I remember down Kingston Mead, and this was years ago, down Kingston Mead and wandering around that place in London, and there's hardly anyone there. There's racks and racks and racks and racks, all these servers, flash and lights and shit like that. And these were hired servers for uplink, you see, to Skyway. There was no one there. I think they had about 1 or 2 people sitting there. One of them was security staff. It's not going to produce any jobs. Building it, yes. That's short-lived, isn't it? You look how quickly Elon Musk just built his computer, his super computer. Yeah, something else to play with. Yeah. It was done within, 6 weeks or something? Something crazy then for time. All these NVIDIA chips. So that's all we do. We ship money abroad. We buy stuff from abroad constantly because we don't make anything ourselves. We make some stuff, but everything we make, we assemble, and all the components are brought in. If we keep shipping money abroad, how are we going to sort our economy out? There needs to be a balance. Obviously, you've got to do something. It can't be all or nothing. We need to have a balance, but we ain't got it. We don't have a balance in the UK because, just like in the United States and other countries as well, we've become so dependent on China. They can cripple us, and they can cripple the United States just like that. The idea that we'd be able to go into war with China, well, it's for the birds anyway, as you know, but they'd make it pretty much impossible for us to be able to function. We've got military systems that require Chinese components. Well, they're just going to stop them, aren't they? That doesn't make any sense. Yeah. Dear me. How many okay, we have got our military systems in the UK. I've got a name of it now. Oh, crikey. ARM. Who build chips and stuff. Usually military munitions chips. And there's also a research and development place for arms, electronics, what have you, in Norwich. I don't know if it's still there, but yeah, it used to be. So how are we supposed to defend ourselves when years ago in the olden days, the old wars, World War One and Two, it's the Brexiters like to pretend that they took part in, and we used everything we were pretty much building everything, and obviously with our allies and that as well, we were building it. Apart from the Centi diesels that were in the gunboats, they would come from Italy. Even though they're part of the Axis group and all that, but there's still a backhand deal going on there. Just put that over there. Before I knock it over. So yeah, it's crazy. It's just crazy. And until we get some balance in our economy and follow the money, decide where it's going, so we can actually do something about it. It's like owning it, It's like you got to own the Brexit to be able to mitigate it. Now, as you say, okay, then Brexit's a problem. What do we do about it? And I don't even know it's even the BBC now talks about Brexit, even though during the Tory years with Boris Johnson in 2019, it's like it's taboo. They never mentioned it, even though it's directly related to the Brexit, the articles and that. Kevin Gottrell says the Tories just paid a US tech firm $330 million for US database, database, and the Tories already given away NHS data to, well, that was because of P. Oh, crikey. Yeah, and also that same company you're thinking of, I can't remember the name now. Pentathlon? I don't know. Oh, they're the marbles. Pathogen? No, that was the COVID. But yeah, they've already given a data, all sold off for GP practices in London as well, to America, to the United States. Not all of them, but there's quite a few of them. And we were supposed to have the ability to say no to this data, our data being used. And most of the doctors didn't even know how to do it. They don't know anything about it. All our data has just been stolen and just used abroad. It's just not right. It's just not right. And so that's what they got. I've got nothing to hide. Yeah, okay, you might not have, but some other people do. They want their lives to be private, not because they've got anything really to hide, but because they just don't like it. Why should they? If they're right. When you live in a society though that's almost dictating you've got to be able to go online to do your tax returns and stuff like that, you can't avoid it. ARM, that's it. ARM has been majority owned by, oh, crikey, really? A SoftBank Group, says Sion Anibub. I didn't know that. Thanks for telling me that. Yeah, I thought that was still UK based. I know it's based in the UK. They've still got, I think they've got some factories out in Wales as well, haven't they? But yeah, a majority owned by Japanese conglomerate SoftBank Group. Offshore more money. The issue will be that the company's foreign-owning British businesses to disassemble, to pay their expenses and compensate the loss. Should let it go on in the first place, should we? Reform Limited's owned by the Russians. Russian sympathisers. yeah, Nigel Farage. He did make a statement. I don't know if he's done it yet, but he made a statement the other day that he was going to give up the ownership of Reform Limited UK, or the UK Limited. And I don't know if it's happened yet, but he said that the other day. Whether it ever does happen, I don't know. You never tell with him, can you? I'm going to search for the state of your prostate. Thank you. That's back to why did we sell the family silver? Yeah, exactly. That's exactly what's going on, isn't it? It's nuts. It's nuts. We don't actually have that in the Commonwealth as well. You know, you're letting go of the Commonwealth. And although I agree these places need to obviously make their own way and what have you, but some of them had mineral deposits. Look what China's doing at the moment. You know, they're buying into all these African countries and in the Congo and that as well to gain the mineral deposits. Oh, we'll build you a school, we'll build you a road, we'll do this, do that. Sign this for 100 years, you know. So they think ahead. And we stick our heads in the sand, unfortunately. And this is where a democracy doesn't work, because we're fighting over it every 4 or 5 years regarding, whether the United States or the UK, for the next Prime Minister or President, and it's the same old shit again. No one's thinking that far ahead. That's where democracy don't work, and this is where some kind... I do actually feel, though, I was thinking about this earlier, it feels a bit like almost like we have some kind of soft form of communism, where we're kind of we've been dictated to. Now, one of the things, a big bugbear for me, and we're bringing our kids. I've got 6 kids and all that. We did the responsible thing. We send the kids to school. And if they're sick, they keep them off, so they don't spread diseases and stuff. And now, obviously, since Michael Gove brought in the rule that parents have no time off during school and what have you, putting pressure on parents to because so-called truancy and stuff. And this is the case that there's a few individual students that cause a lot of problems for everybody else, right? So everyone has to pay the price, unfortunately. And so holidays and all that sort of stuff. Now, that ain't the case here. We have, what you got in the UK, where you can't go on holiday out of term time with the kids and what have you. Here in France, that's not a thing. You can, if you want to. You incorporate it within what you're doing at school and stuff. It's just how it used to be in the UK. Well, now, if people got sick, right? Now, my granddaughter was in hospital 2 nights ago. She was having an asthma attack. And little Tochi, she's the one with the big afro. Anyway, she was having an asthma attack. So anyway, they went to hospital. The ambulance came, took the hospital, what have you, monitored for the following day and what have you as well. And they were brilliant. The hospital was brilliant, let's be fair to them. The staff was brilliant, really looked after them. And she's got to prove, okay, she can prove, because I had that time off, she's got to prove now that it was sick. You can't just say, oh, my kid was ill. You've now got to prove it. You've got to actually have a letter from the doctor or something like that to prove that you were sick. What if you're sick and what have you gone to see the doctor? You can't get an appointment to see the doctor because there ain't blooming doctors. You've got to wait 2 weeks to get in to see your GP. How is this going to work? It's a load more bollocks, and it feels very controlling, and it feels more like tyranny, really, and it's like we're heading some form of communism. And this isn't just Labour. Remember, this has been gone for the Tories. The Tories brought this in originally under Michael Gove. How many kids really truanted that required the whole of the country to actually say, no, you cannot go on holiday out of term time? All this has done is made it impossible for some parents to take their kids away because, in term time, the cost of holidays has just gone through the roof. If everyone goes on holiday at the same time, needless to say, it's going to become more expensive, isn't it? If you spread it out, all these businesses, what have you, supplying place, holiday accommodation, what have you, they can spread it out over the year. But no, they don't get that anymore. Not to the degree they had before. I just feel that's wrong. There's no need for it. Just because a few individuals are a problem, well then deal with them. Don't make everyone else suffer and have this tyranny. Oh dear, sorry. Yeah, Cameron was a leaver. Him and his mate Johnson. Well, Cameron did say he's going to, push. He was pushing to stay in, wasn't he? But Cameron, that snake. He was a snake. He still is a snake. Him and his green cell. Blimey, what the hell was going on there? 30-odd million. I think he lost that. He lost quite a bit of money. Did Cameron? Good. There's no family silver in the UK. Maybe we want the King's Gold. Get in the tower. Hang on, what's going on? I could only find results for 2022, but in 2022, businesses and public facilities and services and interests in the UK were 60%. 60% foreign owned. That's horrendous. And so businesses, public facilities and services. And what about all the foreign-owned businesses like Servco, for instance, that we use to operate our hospitals? Too much power, too much money again. Buying away in to get these contracts. It's nuts. If all the profit is going overseas, then how can we get back in the game? It's a major problem, isn't it? It's not the GDP that really matters. It's how much money we've got left. That's what really matters. I know I've said it so many times now, but it's obvious, really. It's not rocket science. At the end of the day, it's the money that's left is what you can spend, and that's where the tax takes us, because it's your. It's not. It's not your. You don't do your tax. The tax isn't charged on your gross. It's charged on your net. VAT is on gross on product sales. It's a direct tax, but it's regarding the gross domestic product. It's the taxation to all those businesses out there that provided that GDP have now got to work a darn sight hard and a darn sight more cost, and there's less money to be had. So there's less tax take. It's just how it is, isn't it? So how do we pull it around? That's a very good question. How do we get ourselves back in the game? Well, I think we need to be encouraging more small to medium enterprises, and make it a little bit harder for the big corporations out there. Make it harder for them. Make it easier for small businesses to compete, to be able to actually put tenders in. Stop all this backhander lag. Because I've seen it myself when I was working in the UK and that, doing contracts and stuff. People were getting backhanders. I was even offered backhanders. This was the council where this was. More district council than parish councils, but they didn't really. They just they're just like grannies, grannies and grandpas rather than them. But the district councils, they're flipping corrupt. I tell you, too many backhanders, too much money flying about to get what they want. Here we come. Research and development and getting in early on the next technology thing. But what is it? And how are we at the forefront in the first place? Unless we're actually making this stuff, like say research and development, to be the first out there. Like for instance, argument's sake, I've got a machine called a Domino Dowler that's made by a company called Festool. It's a German tool manufacturer, and they have got the dominance on that because they had the patents all set up for it. And the way this thing works is very unusual. No other company's making one. So they got they've got a market share. And a lot of these things have been sold, a huge amount of them, because they're brilliant. They really are a great tool. I can't go get one from DeWalt. I can't get one from McKee. I can't get one from Einhill or any of the other brands, or even Maffel. It's just not possible because they don't make any. So getting that next thing, that technological advancement, whether it's some form of AI or some kind of app that works with it, some kind of plugin. I don't know. I just don't see it. Every time we try to advance ourselves in that fashion, like for instance, I know British Volt making these batteries, it fails. And we made it harder for other companies to invest in the United Kingdom unless they can find a route at getting their money out. And that's kind of what they're doing. So obviously, if we actually make it harder, well, we'll get less investment as well. So it's like, what do you do? If you're desperate, because what it feels a bit moment, it feels very desperate. It's like this new summit, which Elon Musk isn't invited to. For, try and get more foreign investment into the United Kingdom. And it just, it's not going to produce much. Like I was saying a minute, there's £1 billion from Amazon. We're not going to say it all. It's all going to go abroad because we don't make anything. We just assemble the stuff. Maybe a bit of code writing and stuff like that, provide the building and, but regarding that, it actually provides huge amounts of work in the construction of this data centre. I understand we need it. Well, maybe they'll be running AI from it as well. I don't know. But Amazon do build lots of servers around the world. In fact, my servers are actually run on an Amazon cloud system. So it's most of the servers are owned by Amazon. And who was it now? Who got their servers shut down? Amazon shut a load of right-wing nut job servers down. I can't remember who it is now. Oh, crikey, who was it? It's a platform. Was it Telegram or something? Was it Amazon servers they shut down? Might have been. Oh, anyway, whatever. That's a while back now. We've always sold off our designs. Yeah. All right. Look about things like the Black & Decker Workmate. Originally, Black & Decker turned them away. It's huge amounts of money. Simple designs, like that. I've done it a long time ago, obviously. Lamella, yes. If you're talking about, we talk biscuit joints. Lamels. Maffel makes a very good biscuit joiner. Very expensive. It's as expensive as a domino downer. Yes, the Chinese are 75 years ahead, and the rest of us is 5 years if you're lucky, because next government. Yeah. Doesn't make any sense. Doesn't make any sense. We need a different system. We really need this different system. And maybe proportional representation would well, maybe that'll do that, Because everyone is having a say for a start. When we're going to have a government that's actually looking at actually making things better for the country and the people? Oh, Beggars in Spain. It's a good sci-fi movie, isn't it? I don't know, I ain't seen it. I saw a scary result showing even UK prisons are starting to be bought up by American companies and run by them. Well, it's like G4S, what have you. They're building prisons and running them. Yeah, they're all privatised. Prisons have been privatised, just like the hospitals, mate. Under schemes which basically just affect what all we're doing is renting them from these corporations. It doesn't make any sense to me. It just feels really foolish. And how do you pull yourself back from that? It's like we need some kind of massive reset. Now, war normally does that. World Wars, performs a reset. And what do we get? We got the European Union. And we become a member of it eventually. Now we're from the says, no, we don't have to do it anymore. Makes no blooming sense. Green transition brings jobs, very true. A lot of it goes over to China and India again, though, because they build all the blooming solar panels, etc. And all the permanent magnet motors, and control systems all built in China. Like we build them ourselves, but all the components we use, whether the resistors, the MOSFETs, the transistors, the relays, all that stuff, coils, a lot of that stuff is all built in China. We just stick it all together in PCB boards. We need to start building stuff ourselves, down to the components. The problem is money as well, isn't it? Because it's cheap. China's cheap. Maybe having a difference between the political parties and Starmer's a cancer. I won't go as far as that. I don't think he's right for the country. I don't. Not for what I've seen so far. And the idea that I'm going to make Brexit back, that's never going to happen. The idea that Rachel Reeves is going to turn his economy around doing what she says she's going to do, I know. I hope I'm wrong. I can't see it personally. We do need investment, but we need to. I feel we need some controls on that investment and where that money goes. And the idea of having asset holding companies where they can just keep sucking the country dry, selling assets without paying taxes on it, is immoral. It's just wrong. When you buy something that's an actual fixed asset like land, houses, and stuff like that, you don't really own them. You'd really just you're a custodian. You're just the next owner. And yes, you might make some money on it, but you're not really a proper owner. Not a property. Land. Because don't forget, it can be taken away from you just like that. They'll build a train, the HS2 for it or something, they get a compulsory purchase order on it. You won't get the profit, the money's from it, but that's just money. If you can't hold on to something forever, effectively, and it's yours, well, it's not really yours, is it? And when things are debted, it's not really yours. When you buy things on credit cards, it's not really yours. It can be taken away from you. Now, I can remember the days when we were, in the olden days, we'd buy stuff with money that we had. Not on the never. We didn't have so much stuff, but we didn't need it. These days we feel that, we want everything, and, I'm the same. I like my tech. I'm looking at shit like the tech that's over there, I like my technology. My computers, my cameras and shit like that, it's brilliant. But equally, I like basic stuff. I like stuff that I can make stuff with. I love the fact that I used to, do hand printing, black, white, and colour, and Cibachrome, hand printing. I love all that stuff. It's knowledge and it's ability, it's a skill, and it's something that you can do to better yourself and crave a bit of knowledge and crave those physical, obviously muscle memory type skills as well. How you handle a chisel or a hand plane. It's there's a soul. It feels wholesome. That's what it feels wholesome. When you make something from nothing, it feels wholesome. And pretty much anybody can do it. You just got to do it. You've got to give it a go. It might be a little bit rubbish to start with, but you just have another go. But these days, we get pleasure from stuff other people have built, or pleasure from what other people's achievements. Like, oh, crikey, talk about, I don't know, Taylor Swift constantly, or football, or sports and stuff, but other people's achievements. It's just, to me, it doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense to me at all. It's not our achievements, it's somebody else's achievements. And then I find it equally baffling when, people defend them when you criticise them because they're doing something stupid. And people are just so hell-bent on sycophantical regarding supporting these people, and it's kind of like you feel, oh, God. I don't get it. Uh, oh, crikey. What's happening? All right. I don't know what happened there. Thank you, Joel. Yeah, I don't want to be demonetised. Flip now. I've had enough demonetisation, and it kills the channel. Literally kills it. You know, he's managed to. You know, there's been so many times I've been this close to saying no, enough is enough. Had enough now. It's yeah. I don't. Yeah, I don't want to kill it just yet. Bob the Builder. Yes, we need Bob the Builder. We are carbon-based life forms. Yeah, exactly. Why do we need all this shit? Why can't we just do what we used to do? I do feel we're kind of a little bit. Yeah, I'm the same. I've got too much shit I don't need. But did I really miss it? No, not really, to be honest. I'd rather, venture out in the woods and stuff, and just find bits of wood. Do a bit of whittling. I don't know. In a rocking chair. We're whittling a bit of wood now with a shotgun. So. Yeah, I still have them. I'm going to cock off in a second, though. Tories have asset stripped UK companies to feed banks. Yes, most definitely. Oh, my little sick Wally. Let me just show you my little sick Wally. There he is. He's got his legs up in the air. There he is. Look at that. He hasn't been very well. Yeah. He's getting absolutely exhausted at the moment. Since he's having these new drugs and stuff, he's knocked him for 6. Yay, my little Wally. He's a lovely little boy. We are carbon-based life forms. In carbon we trust. Where does the carbon in the tree come from? Well, yeah, everywhere. Thing about they're trying a new scheme at the moment where they've been doing experimentation. They've been burying trees. It seems absolute madness to me, but burying trees to capture the carbon in the tree so it doesn't end up going in the atmosphere, and also potentially methane, greenhouse gases. It doesn't make any sense to me. It really doesn't. I understand that. Okay, you will capture the carbon. I get that, and obviously it would do that, but it's a wasted material source. All you can do is it's like offshoring. All you can do is go material, go and use a different material because you can't actually use that material because it's in the ground. Now, a tree captures the carbon, all right. If that limb of the tree falls down and it rots on the ground, it gives off carbon dioxide and methane because obviously the rotting process and what. So it doesn't make sense if you can have a limb, you cut a limb and use it for something. Now, our pellets here, for instance, you can't heat in our house. We've got a pellet burner through the other room, a little wood burner here now as well. The thing about the pellets is the amount of wood you burn in volume is tiny. It really is tiny. But in the UK, importing all your pellets, even wood for wood burners has been imported into the UK. It's nuts. Haven't we got anything anymore? Our wood pellets here for our pellet burner are from France. I did actually buy some the other day from Germany, but from the continent, they're not coming from Canada. It's just nuts. They're nuts. Basically they're made from byproducts, like for instance the bark and all that sort of stuff, and trimmings and cuttings and stuff. And wood chip from the factories, the mills. Give him a Red Bull. What a Wally. Give him a Red Bull. Yeah. He's getting better, though. He's definitely improved a bit. 2 days ago, he could not stand. Literally could not stand on his back legs. He's just all wobbly. He couldn't walk. He could walk the straight line just about, and as soon as he turned the corner, he'd fall over. And that was not fun. Very, very Wally. Very, very worrying. My wood pellets are from Canada, says Gingers. Hello, Gingers. Your tree is getting big, by the way. And, well, there's that deal, wasn't there, with the DUP, Northern Ireland, and so-called biomass and stuff, and all the stuff was coming from Canada. For God's sake, you've got to ship this stuff, How is and how is an ecologically based system? It's not. It's daft, absolutely daft. So yeah, so carbon is an element, yeah, and it is naturally in the air. Well, carbon's everywhere. Without carbon, all plants would die. Yes, got too much though. You can have too much of anything. That's why people get fat. There's too much CO2. That's carbon dioxide, mind. End of the day, what happens if you have spontaneous human combustion, you turn back to carbon, don't you? Yeah, the Canadians do have quite a few trees. They do. Carbon's element. Yep. It's like a lot of things in it. It's like you can argue about. Oh crikey, what's it called again now? Oh, I've got brain foggy brain again. Oh, I'll come to me in a minute. I'll skip that one. Carbon dioxide is in the air, not carbon. I would suggest a channel called Periodic Videos. They make a science easy and fun. Oh, that sounds interesting. Periodic videos, like the periodic table. That would be pretty cool. There's another element involved attached to the carbon. Or actually, would it be the carbon is attached to the dioxide or the other way around? I don't know. I drink German beer. 1 or 2 from Portugal, and it's actually decent. This is just it's an Abbey. That's what that is. Grimbergen, might be Grimbergen Bay. I don't know which one it is now. Grosh. That's a nice beer too. There we come. Oh, well, gingers. There we come. Anyway, I am treading. Oh my God, I'm Aminal. Belgian beer is nice, but just not my taste. I like strong beers. I do. I like hoppy beers, really hoppy, strong beers. Do you think the Chinese will ever copy carbon, like carbon paper? I don't know. Periodic Videos is a channel by an older professor in the UK who explains science in such a way it's actually interesting and understandable. Oh, that sounds my cup of tea, that does. I might have a look at that. Thank you. Oh, that carbonated beer. Oh, yeah, get yourself a Stella. Get some wife beater. I usually drink 5 plus. Crikey. I don't drink that many. No way, I can't do that. I'll be costing on the toilet. Anyway, time for me to go. So I can say toodaloo, because I am treading on Regan's toes at the minute, which I don't want to do. So you can pop over to Regan Elite's channel. He's still live, and I might pop over there myself. But thanks for joining the channel there. And like I say, it's 2 hours. I don't know, it's fairly respectable, isn't it? Anyway, so toodaloo, don't forget. I told you so. And also, I do care about what goes in the UK because in the day, I'm still a British citizen. I've got family over there. All right, so all these people keep telling me, "Why do you care?" I'll sod it. I do. All right, toodaloo.